What's up, everybody? It's Mike from PosySoft here, and I want to show you guys some updates on the Mystic Hammer. It's been a while, so I got some stuff to show. I figured I would try out the Blue Yeti microphone this time, hooked up, streaming with OBS, so I don't have to worry about putting audio and video together. So let's see how this works out. Alright, so first thing, it's kind of silly, but I don't have the music on because I added an option for music. Which will load in the level, actually. So let's do that. Let's load up a new level. So it's going to be hitting you with a ton of stuff because this level is brand new, so you can hear the music. See? I knew it was working. Alright, so ton of stuff already. New level, new background, and you'll see a new enemy here. So I guess I'll start there. Let me pause this. Well, let's get the enemy on the screen first, and I'll talk about that for a second. So you'll notice these merchants are... Oh, I better pause this now. These merchants are a lot faster than normal because they've been upgraded via the crafting system. If you need more information about that, you can check out the video I did on crafting. So here's these little dudes. The Mushroom Kid, as it's internally called. I don't know what they're going to actually be. But they're just a mushroom enemy, and it's the first scene that we see inside of the forest. And you're probably noticing it looks like I have 3 new abilities here, but this is actually the rune ability. I've updated the graphic to be more in line with what it does, really, slamming your hammer down. And also Poison, of course, and Fireball, both of which are... maybe I cheated to unlock them a little bit just to show off something, but... I do have those. So I'm gonna get destroyed here on purpose and just show you what they do first. So these guys are pretty annoying here, but they spew out these poisonous spores. And I really need an audio manager here. Actually, let me lower this. Sorry, music's fine because this is nice, relaxing music here. So yeah, they're hitting me with the poison, and I thought to myself, oh, you know, poison. You know, I need to have that ability. So, they will have a poison status ailment on the units. So I said to myself, okay, well, what if I had the poison ability that I can then learn and kind of give them a dose of their own medicine? So that's what I did. Not going to have any units right now, but I want to show. So, status ailments. What they do is you kind of see here, I have poison, and just like a regular ability, and I click, and they all have a stack of poison on them. So you can see you're taking 50 damage per tick. Tick is sort of like a cycle, think of a clock. And that's awesome. So then I said, well, let me enhance the system further. And of course you saw the little poison icon there, which made me really giddy once I got that updated. So I'm going to poison these guys, and we'll do these. And you'll notice that, you know, they're taking their damage. I'm not sure why that stack goes away. Now I can do it again, and now he has 2 stacks, and he's taking 100 damage. If I do it again, 3 stacks, oh yeah, 150. So you can see it ticks for 150. So each skill will stack up to a certain amount of times, and gives you this different strategy here. Instead of mashing buttons and just trying to blow up everything in the battlefield, what if you wanted to be a damage over time, or DOT expert, or DOT as we call it. So you can do that. And one of the other abilities I've added is the ability to do Fireball. So I'm going to showcase that now. Put some actual units this time. So not only did they stack individually, but different effects will do different things here. So there's the poison, and here's, boom, Fireball. So you can see I have my stacks of poison, I have my stacks of Fireball, and it makes for quite the bit of damage here. So I'm just kind of stacking damage over time, and I'm using my slow from the mage, getting some loot while I'm at it, and just not really putting a whole lot of units on the board. You don't have to flood the board, and you know, I could drop the hammer here, and it was pretty successful. In fact, I'm probably gonna beat this level just by doing damage over time. Yeah, I gotta work on the poison unlock there, but that's another new thing, I guess. Jumping ahead, I have a new unlock screen. I didn't work on the text at the bottom here, so it's missing, and the damage over time clearly is a lot more than that, as you've seen. So let me show you that really quick. Nothing really new on this screen, so let me go back and... Yeah, there's that music kicking again. Let's lower that. We probably don't need music for the rest of this video. So showcasing that really quick, just something simple like when you level 1, right? So, you know, yes, that's how you play. Okay. So putting these down and just showcasing the new Popup. I used to have low damage, medium damage, high damage, just the words. And a little bit of a dev background here. They were hard-coded, so it was terrible. I always hated that, but for each of these units I had this big switch case statement that you go through and it was just terrible. So now this dynamically loads all the information, as it should, from the correct object, and you have the text in the bottom, you have the damage numbers, the health, the gold, and you could have more stats later, but I'm kind of keeping it simple when you first unlock them before they're upgraded. But a little bit of a color change on here and some font changes, and I think it looks pretty clean. And then for the abilities, suppose there's not much to show there, but it's similar. Let's just jump into level 3 here. Yeah, that's gonna be another. Oh, I'm a little overpowered for this. All right, let's go. Okay. This is the level where you unlock Rune. So it should show up here. Wow, this is really powerful. Going back, I mean, I'm like level 35. I shouldn't be even doing this. So, same thing. Rune ability unlocked, and this one shows your costs as energy, of course, the damage, and your cooldown, and a little bit about what it does. So, another cool thing I did was the battle setup screen. I have a little bit of a teaser on some of the skills. So as you unlock abilities now, oh, I actually did unlock this one. Now that's a shame. I can't really show it, but before I truly unlocked Poison, it has this chain, this lock and chain over the skill now. So instead of just seeing blank backgrounds, you'll actually see the skill with the colors and everything over it, with the lock and chain over the colors, rather. So you, at the time I was going to show this, it had a Poison icon, but there was a big lock over it, and people were like, oh, I want to unlock that, and whatever. So so that was another big thing. So we did status effects, the ailments. So the other thing is, not only can you use abilities that have those ailments, but you can... Oh boy, what is it, level 8, I believe? Yeah, so this is the tutorial where you talk about how to upgrade a unit. So, within battle, that is. So I'm going to upgrade this unit within battle. And now he's a fire archer. So, just to show you really quick what that's going to do is this fire archer is going to shoot his fire arrow. But this time, in this new version at least, it had flame. It's hard to see. It was so quick. Those things die too quick, but you can see it's on fire, and then it's going to get hit by, well, another arrow. Let me sell it right after it's on fire. So it's on fire, it should kill it. There you go, 75 damage. Oh, that's a bug. Yeah, he doesn't want to die from the damage over time. Okay, so, collecting more loot here. I guess the last thing I'll show is a little bit of silly kind of developer thing, but I completely redid how some things work, one of which was the ailment system. I wanted to make it super easy to add something new. So I want to show you something kind of silly, but I guess I was excited. So status ailments are now in this folder, making it really easy. Oh, yeah, that music's still playing. That's a no-go. Alright, so you have your poison and your burning. So if I just duplicate this and add a new one, call it like, you know, super, I don't know, shocking... kill ailment. I don't know, something crazy that's gonna like destroy everything it touches. I just make it a lot easier. I go over here, and one of the things I'm going to be doing is shocked. So you could select a type, which I do have predefined, but outside of that, everything else here is just custom. So impact value, what it's going to do, damage. Let's make it do like 5,000 damage. And then as far as what the ailment's going to look like, I have one I'm going to do for shock. Let's use that one actually. So that's going to use shock, and I'll leave the rest alone. So just like that, I can take it, that ailment that I just made a scriptable object in like 2 seconds, and add it to an ability. So let's do Ruin. I have to make sure to remove this because it's going to not be good to do 5,000 damage. But over here, there's a place for status ailments, and if I click over here, I can choose it. Here's my Super Shock and Kill ailment, and just like that, I think, it should have attached that ailment to this ability. It should damage over time tick for 5,000 and show shock effect, which is something that literally never existed until now. And there it goes. 5,000 damage destroys them. So that might be a little overpowered, but kind of fun to use. So anyways, there'll be more to come, and I'll have another update hopefully next week. But thanks for sticking around. I'll talk to you guys soon.